What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Neilaworld channel. For those that don't know me, my name is Jinn. I'm a producer at Neilaworld. I make everything from rap, trap, hip hop, pop, EDM, and metal. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make metal beats. Completely from scratch. Guitars, drums, bass, everything. And yeah, so before we get into it, I'm going to play you guys the song very briefly. I'm just gonna skim through it, and yeah, and then I'll get into the details of it, including showing you guys how I played all the guitar parts and everything. So yeah. Alright, so the very first thing I started off with was this clean guitar right here. It sounds like this. Very simple thing to play. It just sounds really nice. Disclaimer: I do not know music theory. I do everything by ear, and if it sounds good, it sounds good. That's the way I work. So yeah. Now you might have noticed that I have two recordings, different recordings, one going to the left speaker, one going to the right speaker, and that is due to something called double tracking. Now what double tracking is for those that don't know, is you record two different takes, emphasis on it being different takes, and you pan one hard left. Now this is already panned left, and one hard right. So as you might notice, I did it for these two, these two, and all of these. For this genre specifically, double tracking is very important. You can also do it in any genre you want. It's very popular in pop, and yeah, it just gives a really nice stereo effect. Now moving on from that, I did these this layer right here, and this is how I played it. I went all the way up to the 15th and 12th fret area of the highest two strings, and this is what I played. After that, I added the drums, and this is where the majority of people fuck up when they make this type of stuff. These drums are from Contact, from Modern and Massive. So yeah, the drums, they sound like this. After that, I did the bass, which is Submission Audio. It's called Jinn bass. Also highly recommended. I love this bass library very much. So for the bass, I have two different instances of this library pulled up. This is the clean one, and this is the distorted one. This one's for the chorus, the other one's for like verses and intros and stuff. And so this is what the bass sounds like. And yeah, so the bass is following the root notes of what the guitar is playing. It's kind of playing its own rhythm, and I wanted that just to like add some more spice. to the song. I didn't want it to just be boring. After that, I added this ambient lead guitar, which is drowned with reverb and delay. And I also did something where basically you hit the string, you plug the string with the volume knob on your guitar all the way down, and as the note is ringing, you turn it up. And so this is what I played. And this is all on the highest string, by the way. So in my opinion, this is where the drum programming in this particular beat, instrumental, song, whatever you want to call it, gets the most interesting. The reason why I say that is because if you look at the velocities, like, it's soft hit, harder hit, softer hit, hard hit. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm trying to build tension, because this is kind of like the pre-chorus area. So in this section, the main goal was to make the energy die down and then have it build up to the chorus. The way I did this was with the drums slowing down and then having the big impact snare and the impact cymbals, and then also by the bass. So the bass is just doing one note every bar. That's it. Okay, so now the chorus guitars. So the reason I mentioned this guitar being in drop B, so what drop tunings are is basically you drop the lowest string down by a whole step, right? So standard guitar tuning is E, A, D, G, B, E. Drop D tuning would be D, A, D, G, B, E. Now the reason why people do this is to just make power chords easier, and also for other reasons. If this was in standard tuning, to play a power chord, I'd have to have a finger there, a finger here, and another finger here, right? But now for me to play a power chord, this same one, all I'd have to do is just hold my finger like this, and that's a power chord. This is what I'm playing. Now I don't have the exact same preset that I used for this one because I deleted the amp simulator that I was using. But what you could use is this one called Archetype Gojira by Neural DSP. All of Neural DSP's stuff is really good. I use it all the time, pretty much for every single guitar tone. Not this specific one, but their archetype stuff in general by Neural DSP. Very good stuff. So those are the rhythm guitars. Now for the octaves, which I guess you could say are lead guitars in this case, they sound like this. Now in my opinion, lead guitars or octaves shouldn't be too difficult to follow as a listener, and also as, like, for example, a singer. So one thing that you could do is just harmonize off of what the rhythm guitars are doing. So the rhythm guitars are playing this, and the octaves are playing this. Now I don't know exactly which interval in the scale that is, but they harmonize nicely together. And the actual melody of the octaves that I'm doing is very simple. It's just going up, and then there's a slight bend at the end. Now for the bass in the chorus, it's just following exactly what the root notes of the guitar power chords are. This is what it sounds like. There's this guy that I really respect called Nolly. For those that don't know him, he used to be the bass player and is the engineer for a band called Architects. And he said, think of the relationship of between the bass guitar and the rhythm guitars to be like an upside down triangle. So you have the left and right guitars basically doing their thing, and what holds them down is the bass guitar. You don't want the bass guitar to be doing anything too crazy. You just want it to do its job and hold down the song, because bass is basically the bass of the song. For the chorus drums, I did something that a bunch of people do, people in bands and all that stuff do, is I'm having the kick follow the exact same pattern that the guitar is playing. So this is what the drums are doing. Right, it's just following the exact same strumming pattern. I have the crash on every beat, and then I offset it with the China or with the other crash, and at the end of like every small part I have like a small fill or a different thing that I'm doing just to keep it interesting. So like for example, these two bars end like this. So China into a tom. These two bars end like this. These two bars end like this. Alright, like it's just something to keep the listener interested, and to keep the energy going. Like you don't want to just do the same thing over and over again. It's gonna get boring. Now moving on from the chorus, I didn't really add any guitar layers or anything like that. I just changed up a little bit. I changed the drums a little bit. Now I wanted to carry some energy from the chorus, but I didn't want to add any more layers or any distortion guitars or anything like that into the verse. So I thought the best way to do that, to carry on energy from the chorus, would be through the drums. Now the second verse drums are the exact same as the first verse drums, which sound like this, except I added these are basically toms. Well, not basically, they are toms. And so verse 2 drums sound like this. I'm gonna play the chorus, the end of the chorus and the start of the second verse, and you're gonna see exactly what I mean by the drums are carrying on the momentum or the energy. Now it's not crazy noticeable, but you feel it more than anything. Now before I wrap this up, I did add just one more guitar layer in a bridge, because I was like, you know what, I kind of want to add a bridge to this. And so yeah, this is what that sounds like. And yeah, after that it just goes into another chorus, and then it extends it to wrap up the song. Oh yeah, before I forget, at the very start I added this arcade synth sweep. Now I don't have arcade anymore, so I don't know exactly which preset it is. Now for those that don't know, arcade is basically like a big VST sample library that has all kinds of stuff. This is like a pad swell type thing. This is what it sounds like. Just to ease the listener into the song. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. If let me know what you guys want to see from me in the future. Like I said, I can make pretty much a whole variety of stuff, from like trap, hip hop, the pop stuff, metal stuff, indie rock, stuff like that. So if you guys are interested, be sure to let me know in the description. In the comments down below. Be sure to follow me on my socials. Everything will be down in the description. Follow Neilaworld socials, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, like the video, share it with all your friends. And yeah, this has been Jinn, guys. Peace.